boss lady kweli kweli nakwambia, this gorgeous young thing, hey, singing her heart out. If you're just joining us, this is KTN Life and Style Studio Sessions, and I am, of course, your host, Tandiwe Yego. You know what you need to do, people. You need to talk to us. Hit us up on our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, using the hashtag KTN Life and Style Artistic Thursday. Now, right now, as you can see, we have a very gorgeous young lady over here. Anatuimbia anafanya moyo ye UK. Never mind my Swahili, but we're gonna get right into the conversation. Vivian, I think we need to have a seat because this is going to be a very deep one.
We're gonna get deep.
We're gonna get deep.
And
so
today is my day of being shallow.
No. Today we are going deep. Pure shallowness, cancel. Cancel. Let's grab a seat and let's get into it. All right, Vivian. So I know you definitely do not need any kind of an introduction because you're very well known in the Kenyan music industry. But for those people who've been living under a rock somewhere and have never heard the name Vivian, give us a bit of a background into your musical career and how you started.
Okay. So I think my career set off in 2014. So I've been at it now, is it 4 years? I started at Main Switch Productions in South B. That's where I recorded my first 3 singles. And then from then I went independent. And then now earlier this year, we started Moran House with my partner, my husband, everything. Yeah. And yeah, it's a continuous journey of growth and opportunities, and I'm so grateful.
That's fantastic. So you started about 4 years ago, let's say.
Yeah.
Tell us, who is Vivian now? Because obviously as an artist and as a person, you've definitely grown and evolved from that time till now.
Yeah.
So tell us about the growth that you've experienced.
When I started, of course, I was more of a learner. So I had a lot of people that I would have to look up to in order to understand the ropes of entertainment. And there are some things I learned the good way. There are others I didn't learn in some hard learning. But now, over time, because everything happens over time, there has been a lot of growth for me as a person, as a musician. I think even if you listen to the songs I released in 2014 and what I've released maybe this year and last year, you can sense the growth. And my fans are always telling me, hey, we feel the growth, you know. So right now, I'm more of a leader and a pace setter. And we were actually having a discussion the other day with some of my fellow artists. And we were talking about how do you set the bar? You know, once people have accepted what you do and they say, okay, we know that Vivian can do good music. But then how do I create a completely new lane for people to say, okay, now this is fresh, now this is something. So it's a challenge. As a leader, the challenges are more because you have to really be well put together because there are a lot of people looking up to you in terms of decision making, in terms of guidance. And now, of course, running a studio. It's a whole other job, but in everything we just give thanks, yes.
All right, speaking of challenges, of course, every artist, when they're starting out, there's certain setbacks that you experience that almost make you feel like you want to give up.
Yeah.
During your career, did you ever have such moments where things were not going your way at all and you're like, why am I even struggling for this?
I think every day, I think you have days when you're just like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. It's so difficult. Maybe, you know, there are those phases whereby maybe something that you were hoping to go a certain way, maybe some deal you were hoping to get, you don't get it. And maybe it's something you had planned and really made a lot of plans around it. So there are disappointments, just like in everything. But I think really it's about personal identity and growth, because most of the challenges that we have to do with our personalities. Maybe we get betrayed by someone, maybe someone steals your song or steals your money, or you go for a gig and they don't pay you. So you have those discouragements many times. But then you have to keep the vision growing, because it's not about those people. It's about the hundreds and thousands, even millions of Kenyans who are looking up to you. And I think because I'm a believer in God, I experienced that so many times. I don't know if I was telling my team this, we were in Narumoro the other day, and we went to such a dingy place. Kulikuwa na mataya na manini. I think I even put a picture on my Instagram. And there, over 45 years old, identified me, and I said, oh my God, wow, this is crazy. We nadhaningia titu hapa na deal na millennials. You know, so you have to really understand that it's bigger than you, and just stay real to your cause, minus the challenges. Yes.
All right, and now you're doing even more. You have a music studio.
Yes.
Yes. So what was the aim of you starting up this studio? What was the inspiration, the passion, or the drive behind it?
The studio. I feel like it is mandatory for an artist to have a recording space. It is not optional. And unfortunately for many of our artists, they don't have recording spaces. So that's one of the reasons that made me feel the urge to actually have a studio. Because it's your space. It's where you create your work. It's where you show yourself for who you really are. So I just felt like it was a gap that has still not been filled in entertainment. And even more so because, you know, music for a long time was associated with where huna kazi kwa hivyo kuwa msanii. You get what I mean? So I really just wanted to demystify that. A lot of artists are very intelligent, you know, because as a creative, of course you have to be very smart, you know. So I had to set up a studio for that purpose, just to rope in even people who I know don't have recording space and see how we can agree in terms of the terms of work and those things. We have actually some female artists that we've signed. We'll be unleashing them next year. Because now for this year, you know, the year is almost done. And we just wanted to lay ground and make sure that as Moran House, we are functional. Then we can be able to do those other things. Plus, even as a studio, we are not only a studio, that's why we call ourselves Moran House. We also cater to talent management, talent development, you know, producing videos.
Where can I sign up?
You're here, you're in the right place. You're in the right place, we will show you. Huh? So it's really just embodying the whole music industry, because people think that the music industry is just you who's behind the camera. But the music industry, there are people behind the camera, there are people who do the makeup, there are people who do the styling, there are people who do the mastering of the music, there are people who compose. It's a whole industry, you know, and it is high time that it becomes self-sufficient. It is sufficient in other places of the world, but in Kenya it still remains to be. People don't understand it. And we have to make them understand it. We can't just say, kama mwelewi shauri yenu, you know, we have to really incorporate the normal people for them to understand that music is a job, and it's actually a very, very good job. Yeah.
Let's talk about your latest single.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Talk to me about your latest single.
Yes.
What is it about exactly?
So Talk to Me is a song I did especially for the ladies. Yeah, because we have a lot of boss ladies out there doing their thing, getting their money, you know, just being very bold about it. But then they don't get guys to hit on them. The guys seem to shy off.
Story of my life, Vivian. You're preaching to the choir right here.
A lot of guys are shy, you know. There's a lot of anakuandikia text, anakuambia niaje, then niaje, then that's the end of the conversation. Then you're wondering, Mazisi, you just say what's on your mind, you know. So it's just a shout out to the guys to make that move. As much as she's a boss lady, as much as she's achieving so many things, as much as she works so hard for her life and her career, she's still a girl. She still needs to be loved. So yeah, just usiogope.
Vivian has said it.
Yes.
Usiogope.
Sema tu.
Vivian, I know you're passionate about the girl child.
Yes.
Am I correct? And developing this studio will in a way contribute to your passion. Tell us about that.
Wow, I think, okay, I know I've had conversations with other guys and they say, no, Vivian, girl child. Say boy child is facing a lot of neglect. But we've been in the back seat for centuries, not at 2 years, centuries. In the BCs, before Christ. You know, we've really, as women have been put into certain roles whereby it's like they're supposed to be more quiet, and not expressive, and they're not supposed to lead out to seek out leadership positions and things like that. And I feel like that's a very wrong narrative, because what happens, think about it, even in your home, who leads the home literally? It's the woman. Because of course the man is the head of the home, yeah, he gives the home direction, but the woman manages this home. Unajua kuna kazi ngumu kama management, because you have a budget of 200 and you're supposed to feed 7 people. Who can do that? Only a woman can do that, Yeah, so I feel like women don't need to be shy in terms of seeking out leadership positions. And it even challenges me, because when you're used to fighting a lot of guys huko kwa boardroom, sometimes you just feel like wacha tu niwaachie. But if you remember this girl who looks at you and says, if Vivian can do this, I can do this, mother, you cannot fail. You have to keep pushing, and you have to keep pushing other girls mpaka walie, lakini we understand that this is the path to success. So it's really about embracing leadership in women. It's a story that has been said so many times, but the reason why it keeps getting said is because haijamalizika kufanyika. We are still in the process of that. And that doesn't mean even as a woman in leadership, until now you don't need a man. Actually, women who are very good in leadership have very good men who support them and who understand them and who lead them even into greater spaces. So, yeah, women need to seek out. Yes.
Preach. Keep preaching to the choir. I understand you have an artist that you're working with currently.
Yes.
Can we have him with us right now so we can talk to him a little?
I have my friend here. He's my friend. He can come. Can he come this side?
Come tell us a little bit about you yourself.
Can I give you my chair? Usiseme pia boy child hangali. Kaa chini.
Yeah. All right, so he's going to introduce himself and tell us exactly what it is that he does at the Moran House Studios.
Yeah, my name is Josie Sana. That's my studio name. My stage name, my real name is Joshua Ochieng, and I'm a musician. I play guitar and I'm a vocalist as well. At the Moran, actually, I've known Vivian for a while now. It's been like from way back. So we were like, why don't we just meet up, see what we can do together? So that's why I'm here today. And it's like, this is like an honor to work with Vivian. Yeah, it really is, yeah.
All right, so for how long have you been doing music?
Oh, wow. I've done it since 2010, but professionally, since 2012. That is when I started performing, recording, and yeah.
All right, so before we wrap up and go to the break, I want you to do for us a piece. Can you sing for us and play something on your guitar?
Definitely. Thank you.
We're jamming. Kini si lazima uimbe hiyo. Mini hype man. So,
okay.
So this song.
Ultimate hype man. Ultimate hype man.
Yeah. So this song is called Usihambe. Usihambe means don't go. Yeah. Wanasema macho dirisha ya nafsi, machoni mwako baby naona mpaka ndani, kukuacha siwezi, kupenda mwingine siwezi, weni kama maradhi isiyo na matibabu. No, yeah, na 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 na. Niatolisa, usihambe. Niatolisa, usihambe. yeah, something like that.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much, Josie. Thank you so much, Vivian. This has been absolutely incredible. I've had so much fun. Both of you are amazing individuals. And I can't wait to see where you're going to take this, how far you're going to go with this music career thing. So thank you guys for joining us. I hope you've had an amazing time. You can let us know on our social media. Hit us up on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. Remember, the hashtag to use is Artistic Thursday and KTN Life and Style. We're going on a brief break, but do not go anywhere. We'll be back.